the Septuagint Bible, with Apocrypha in English. Genesis, chapter 17. And Abram was 99 years old, and the Lord appeared to Abram and said to him, I am thy God, be well-pleasing before me, and be blameless. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and I will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell upon his face, and God spoke to him, saying, And I, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of a multitude of nations. And thy name shall no more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. For I have made thee a father of many nations. And I will increase thee very exceedingly, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. And I will establish my covenant between thee and thy seed after thee, to their generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be thy God, and the God of thy seed after thee. And I will give to thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou sojournest, even all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be to them a God. And God said to Abram, Thou also shalt fully keep my covenant, thou and thy seed after thee for their generation. And this is the covenant which thou shalt fully keep between me and you, and between thy seed after thee for their generations. Every male of you shall be circumcised, and ye shall be circumcised in the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be for a sign of a covenant between me and you. And the child of 8 days old shall be circumcised by you, every male throughout your generations. And the servant born in the house, and he that is bought with money, of every son of a stranger, who is not of thy seed. He that is born in thy house, and he that is bought with money, shall be surely circumcised. And my covenant shall be on your flesh for an everlasting covenant. And the uncircumcised male, who shall not be circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin on the 8th day, that soul shall be utterly destroyed from its family, for he has broken my covenant. And God said to Abram, Sarah thy wife, her name shall not be called Sarah, Sarah shall be her name. And I will bless her, and give thee a son of her, and I will bless him, and he shall become nations, and kings of nations shall be of him. And Abram fell upon his face and laughed, and spoke in his heart, saying, Shall there be a child to one who is 100 years old? And shall Sarah who is 90 years old bear? And Abram said to God, Let this Ishmael live before thee. And God said to Abram, Yea, behold, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him, an everlasting covenant, to be a God to him and to his seed after him. And concerning Ishmael, behold, I have heard thee, and behold, I have blessed him, increase him, and multiply him exceedingly. 12 nations shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation. But I will establish my covenant with Isaac, whom Sarah shall bear to thee at this time in the next year. And he left off speaking with him, and God went up from Abram. And Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all his home-born servants, and all those bought with money, every male of the men in the house of Abraham. And he circumcised their foreskins in the time of that day, according as God spoke to him. And Abraham was 99 years old, when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. And Ishmael his son was 13 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. And at the period of that day Abram was circumcised, and Ishmael his son, and all the men of his house, both those born in the house, and those bought with money of foreign nations.